are going to draw a mug of hot chocolate or coffee or whatever liquid of your choosing. You need for this something to draw on and something to draw with. Today I have a black marker. I have various other markers, and I do have some colored pencils for the coloring portion, but whatever you have should work just fine. You can use whatever kind of paper you would like. I am choosing my paper. I have it in a horizontal layout, but it could be vertical as well. So let's go ahead and get started, artists. To begin, I'm going to locate what I believe is the center of my paper, and I am going to draw a curve, okay? A curved line. Darken it for you. Okay. So what I like to do is use my finger to see if these lines are even. We can go ahead and use the opposite line, the opposite curve, to close our shape. Okay, so if you notice, we do have an oval or an ellipse shape. Okay, and so what we want is to sort of represent the opening of a cup, because it is round, okay, but when we see it, it'll appear sort of oval like this, elongated. So to make our cup look a little more realistic, that's what we need to have, okay? And if we can create the lip of our cup by creating an echo line on the top. Okay, and then we need to come down to create the sides of our mug. So our mug can be a little round, it can be tall, it can just come straight down. Mine is just going to be sort of the classic style. Okay, so I'm going to create a straight line coming down. Okay, and I'm leaving myself some space at the bottom of my paper. And then I want to come over. I'm going to use my finger to help guide me. Okay, and then, oops. So, okay, and now we need to close our mug, and we're going to use the same strategy. Okay, so if we used a straight line, that would be okay, but it would sort of flatten our drawing. So we don't want to make it too dramatic, but just a slight curved line. Okay, and now for the handle. You can create any sort of handle you want. You can look at your drawing and decide, do you want your handle on the left or the right? For me, I am left-handed, but I believe that I have more space over here. So even though I'd like to grab my mug over here, I think visually I have more space between the side of my mug and the side of my paper to draw. So I'm going to draw mine over here, and I'm just going to use a classic shape. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to make a curve, and then I want to come straight down to match my cup. And then as I near the bottom, I can curve my handle. Okay. So this, we need to make thick, okay, because it's the handle. So we can see, we would be able to see the top, okay? But as we near the side, we can get really close. And then as we go towards the bottom, the line will kind of curve into the curve of the cup, the handle, okay? But on the inside, we might be able to see a little more. Okay. Now I'm choosing to put mine on a table just to break up the space. So I'm gonna hop over. Easy peasy. Okay. Now if we wanted to, we can add marshmallows. So a marshmallow will come up from the inside. Let's do the big kind. The inside of the lip of the cup. And then we can just close it up with a curve, soft corners. And then we can kind of do like this. Okay, we can change the direction, close it with a bump, and then just that smile line. Okay, you can even overlap them. Okay. Maybe you can see a bit of whatever you're drinking. And then for me, mine has steam, so I'm gonna use this to sort of indicate that it's steaming, and you can kind of overlap these as well and kind of use all the space. So I'm gonna have these pointing in this direction. Okay, now we can add designs and patterns to our cup. So I will link this for you guys, but I just have different patterns. They could be something as simple as stripes. You can change the direction. You can use broken line. You can cross the lines. You can use different shapes, just something as simple as circles as a pattern. You can get a little more intricate. Okay, and let's see. You can select several if you want to. Okay, but for me, I just want to show you how to keep your shape looking round, okay, because this is a cup. So if you were going to use stripes, just make sure that your stripes match the curve of your cup. Maybe you have a favorite mug at home that you want to try to replicate. Maybe you just want to make it up. You could just use a pencil or a pen or a marker like I am. You can add pattern to the background. You could add pattern to the table if you wanted. You could add some details to the table. You could add a little bit of shadow maybe. Since I just have a pen, I can use lines for the shadow. 5th grade is working on hatching in their newest project, so you can use lines to represent shadow if you wanted. I do have some coloring pencils, so I'll be coloring mine in just a second, but I just wanted to show you guys what you could do. And yeah, looks great, guys. Good job. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did some shading techniques. for my cup to make it look a little more realistic. As you can see, I left the middle area of my cup a little lighter, and I used colored pencils to sort of blend softly into the edges of my cup, where I went ahead and I layered 2 colors and I colored a little bit darker. Also, maybe you saw from my time-lapse video, but I actually have 2 different shades of the same color. So I have a dark and a light of some of my colors. So I also use that to my advantage to shade my cup. In the table area, I mixed 2 or 3 colors, and I only have 1 brown today for my colored pencil, so I did experiment mixing different complementary colors. So I mixed for this one purple and yellow, just because I also used purple for my smoke or my steam rising from my hot chocolate. So in the background, I think for mine, since I do just have colored pencils, I am going to use a pen and I'm going to select one of the patterns from my pattern sheet, and I'm just going to use that to sort of fill the space to make it a little bit of a contrast. All right, guys, well, there you have it. I'm all finished. I can't wait to see what you create and share with me today.